What's up, guys? This is so weird. I kind of wanted to explain what's been going on because I think you guys deserve that. You guys have been with me for a long time, and I didn't want to just not say anything. And I'm sorry if this sounds a bit cliche because I know that this kind of thing has happened to YouTubers. I've seen this happen where they kind of just hit this wall and they just don't know what to do anymore. I've made a video before a while ago talking a little bit about it, but I didn't realize just how bad it was for me. It was getting to the point where I was starting to get really, really depressed. I don't know what word to use, but I kind of went through a mild version of the word crisis because it wasn't really a crisis. I guess it felt like it because it was just so real to me and it was affecting me a lot, but it was like a creative block mixed with depression, mixed with anxiety, mixed with feelings of failure, mixed with complete confusion, obsession, and just disappointment. And I'm not saying that I'm completely out of it, but I'm definitely not in the same place where I was just a few weeks ago and months ago. This has been going on for a while, and I kind of just wanted to hide it and pretend it wasn't there. But it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I didn't know what I was going to do with my channel. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know who I was anymore. Like, I was like, what is GamerMD83? And what do I do on my channel? And I wanted it to improve. I wanted it to get better. And I wanted it to show that I was getting somewhere. Especially now that I'm living with Nick in Canada and everything. I've finally left the nest. You know, I'd been home with my mom for years, taking care of her, and that was a part of everything that was the turmoil I was going through. That was affecting me as well. Not only because that was my whole life, and then I leave, and it was so hard for me to transition. But I was like, okay, this is my time, like the Goonies. It's not easy to do that. It's not easy to make it about you. Especially not for me. I was like, my mind was still over there. My mind was still back home. And my heart was like, it was aching because I knew my mom was sick and she still is. And it's so difficult to be the one that somebody relies on when they're suffering and when they're hurting, and then leaving and then not being able to be there for them. That takes a toll on you. It defines how you feel every day. Like, it defines your mood, it defines your well-being, it defines your mental stability. It just because it's so big, that it is such a big part of me that I can never make it go away, like I can never put it aside. As happy as I am here with Nick and everything, and I'm excited to get my life going, it's been something so difficult for me to know how to do that and how to take that step without that turmoil that's going on within me. And I think it was manifesting in so many ways that were affecting my work. It was something that was happening for months, and then I hit a point where I was just like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do it anymore. I didn't even want to be on camera. I felt self-conscious about everything. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like how the lighting is. I don't like how the cameras, I don't like this lens. I don't like the audio. I don't like the way that I look. Everything was just wrong. I became my worst critic. It was just like, it has to be perfect. Like, I recorded so many videos that I have that I never posted because I wasn't happy with them. And I was just like, this isn't my thing anymore. I'm not good at it. But even though they were fine, I couldn't get over it. And I felt like a failure. Every little thing was a failure to me. It was like, I suck at this, and I'm getting worse, and I've done this for over 10 years now, and I'm going nowhere, and I don't know what to do. And when you are making videos, people know you for a specific reason, right? They know you for something that you do. And I was making video games, but when I started, it was mostly about Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and The Witcher. Those have been my 3 most successful videos. And when those games were big, I was like all over it, and I was passionate, and I knew what to do, and I knew everything that I was going to cover. And there was no doubt in my mind. And then those games kind of just, they ended. They'll always go and they'll stay in my heart and a lot of people's minds as great games. But there was really nothing for me to talk about anymore with those games. I mean, I tried. I was like, okay, I'll make a Witcher series when the Netflix series came out, and I'll talk about how The Witcher did and how it became and all that. And that was fun. But then that passed, and I was like, now what do I do? And I tried to do different things, and that they just didn't seem to fit in my channel, and I didn't really know what to do with them. And I was like, do I want to become a news channel? Do I want to become a specific game channel? Do I want to become a Let's Play channel? And none of it felt right. I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not who I want to be on YouTube. The biggest reason a lot of you have told me that you follow me is because of me, and not because of the news of this game, or that you guys don't know what's going on with back then with Mass Effect or with Dragon Age or with The Witcher. It was like, I want to hear what you think. It was about my opinion. And when I didn't know what to say anymore, I was like, I felt lost. I felt like I had to stop. A part of me agreed with Nick. In the moment, I was like, no, I just didn't really see the reason. But in the moment, Nick was like, dude, it's what you love, and I know you love it, and you're good at it, and you're being too hard on yourself. And I was like, no, I need to stop. So I stopped. And I tried doing new things. I started to take a few courses on online schools, like Udemy and what's it called? I'll put it right here. They're really good. Because I was like, okay, well, I'm going to prepare for the future. I want to be somebody. I want to start my career. I want to start to gain experience and be able to make my resume and my portfolio and really, say I've done this on YouTube and I've created all of this throughout these 10 years and I know how to use Premiere Pro proficiently, and I wanted to be able to say that. And then I started to do some editing work, not for me, but I was like, I kind of want to work for teams. And then I started to work a bit more with Freddie Prinze Jr. with Geghead. He started that group or that channel with a few people that he knows, John Lee Brody and Claire Grant. They started Geghead, and it's just kind of like a competitive gaming type of thing, tabletop video games, wrestling, I think, as well. And they do podcasts and they do some live streams and stuff. It's a fun place. It's a nerdy place. Even back then when they first started, I was making some layouts for Freddie, and I was helping him with streaming and stuff like that. And so we got in contact again, and I am now working a bit more with them. I'm helping them still with layouts and a bit more with the community, because I was like, I want to gain some experience with like community management and understanding what goes into it, because with GamerMD83 I had to do everything. Like everything. I never really had a team. Well, I never did have a team because, I mean, Nick helped me so much. He was the closest to a team that I ever had. Dude, I want to make this for real. Like, I have my studio and I've got the time now and I have to focus on myself. But I couldn't do it all. That's why big YouTubers, they have teams. They have a cameraman, they have an audio person, they have an editor, they have a community manager, they have a manager, they have a producer. When I was hitting that point where I really wanted my channel to be, to grow and to be real and not just a hobby. That's where I was like, I don't know who to be. I don't know what to do. It was just so much that it eventually just blew up. I was like, I need to just step away and not break down and take my channel with me and my community, because you guys deserve better and you guys have supported me and continue supporting me, and I do not want to pretend like that's not there. So I was like, I need to get on camera and I need to talk to them and let them know what's going on. I'm not saying that I'm quitting, because I am not a quitter, but I don't want to do something that makes me feel bad about myself or just everything. It was all me. And I'm sure you guys know how that is when you just completely bombard yourself with horribleness, where you're just like, you suck and you're so bad at this and you're not good at anything. And you know, when your mind is just your worst bully. So I'm working with GegHeg voluntarily, temporarily as well at the moment, just to gain some experience, working again with a team and supporting the content creators, which is different to what I was doing. I'm learning a lot. I'm not saying I'm stepping away from GamerMD83 forever, because it is something very important to me. It got me through the hardest times, and I've met so many people that are very important to me through there, and I'm never gonna treat that like that doesn't matter. But I did need to step away, maybe just to get a better understanding and just to clear my head from so many negative things that were taking over. I really didn't want to break it, because it was breaking. I mean, I'll show you guys this room. It's sad to look at. I hadn't really been in here for a week or two now. This used to be my studio. My desk is no longer here. I moved upstairs in what used to be the guest bedroom. Now this is going to be the guest bedroom. This is in the basement. It's a furnished basement, obviously, but it's colder down here. I wasn't really seeing anything, and I'm the type of person that wants to look outside, wants to have the window open, and it was making me feel lonely. It was making me feel like I was not productive anymore. I was like, I don't want to work. I wanted to work, but I didn't want to because it felt horrible. So I was like, okay, I'm going to step away. I'm going to move my studio upstairs. It's next door to Nick's. I have a big window. I could open it. There's so much light. I painted the walls blue and gray because I wanted to put a Superman poster up, and Nick got me that just so that you could see how much I've tried to implement positive things, because I was in a very, very dark place. I could make this so long, but I just wanted to explain that to you guys, what was going on. And thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm not saying I'm done, because I'm not. I do want to return, but with a completely different mindset, probably even a different ideas for a channel. Probably not going to lock myself into just gaming, but probably return to my roots, which was like a general, not skits, kind of just talking about anything, whatever. The things that I'm passionate about, and not really closing myself to just one thing, which is probably the best thing to do on YouTube, but that really, really locked me into a box. And if you're not really good at that, at handling that, then I kind of want to maybe try something different, have a bit more wiggle room. I know that a lot of people struggle with this kind of thing when it comes to confidence in yourself and what you do and what you can do and what you're capable of. Don't give up, but definitely do take a step back and just see what it is that's wrong. What it is that is bringing you down, because there's usually something. And when you ignore it and just believe what those negative thoughts are saying, that's when it can get bad. That's when it really gets bad. Like in What About Bob, baby steps. Baby steps. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I will think about you guys as well, anyone that's struggling with anything similar to this. All right, guys. I will definitely talk to you guys later.